walking through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Bringing them out, the second-year quarterback from Wyoming, Josh Allen. And after the 2018 draft, what everybody knew was that Allen had great arm strength. But what folks discovered in his rookie season is how good of a runner he is. He back with 631 yards total and had it in at 95 yards. First down is Allen. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Allen will try again on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And the defense for New York.
Eric Berry's the textbook definition of ball-hawking safety. You name it, he can do it on the football field.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. On the completion, Frank Gore. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchup, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Allen's throw into the hands of Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen, and his throw is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing is Allen on 3rd, and that will be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there. 4 down, 12. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Now Love. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Allen now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And that'll bring up second down. He shook his head right.
Receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw again on second down. Allen, it's complete. It's Gore. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on third down, Allen. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Here comes Grant on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. So out now come the Jets. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
12. 58 is a mic. 58 is a
From the 16, Luck. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that up here at a 3rd and a shotgun snap for Luck. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's Luck. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
On second down, it's Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. He's got Gore. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Quo.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Get him.
Out of the gun, Love. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. Room here to run. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Back to throw, Love. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Gore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Allen going to throw. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Gore. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's at the 40. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 36-yard line. Tell you what, you need the tough yards. You can still turn to the 36-year-old Frank Gore, now in his 15th season in the league. 10 in San Francisco, the 3 in Indy, quick stop in Miami, and now in Buffalo, and still making it happen. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. It's Gore. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Goal from about the 8. Here's Gore. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. To the air. Allen. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Devin White in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now a draw play for Gore. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. On second and 9, Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 9. Here's Luck. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. On the counter, here's Bell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second and 9, Luck. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Under review.
Switch up, switch up.
On first down, it's goal. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Returnable for Graham. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Bravo! 58, boys, 58, 58.
Throwing on second and 14. Luck. He'll find Metcalf. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
12.
On 1st and 10, Locke. That's complete. It's Bell. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Twelve. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, Alpha.
From the 50, it's Long. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 12 yards there and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Reggie.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Here we go.
That's good for 28 yards. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Twelve. 58.
Again, Luck. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check. 49's the mic. I'm going to run you over. Mike's 49.
Luck throwing again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Come on, QB, come on. 11. 49 the mic. 49 the mic.
Now Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Bell. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
49 the mic. 49 the mic. Here we go. Mike's 49.
Now it's Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll come out in the pistol. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way momentum, go get it.
Whoa. 49 the mic. Watch 49. I got you, punk.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Jets will extend their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go?
Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another carry now for Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Allen, short throw hauled in by Croft. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 38, Luck. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Luck now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. 39 yards there, a big one.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. Caught here by Bell. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
12. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58's the Mike. I got it. 12.
To the air again, Luck. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a delayed give to Gore. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now goal. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And it's taken in at the 9. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Again, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Right, 622.
You must be dreaming.
Hey, check. 58, boys, 58.
Throwing on third down. Left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Say 19. Come on. Single. Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's complete. It's Gore. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Allen now looks to throw. His throw incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
The Bills on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen, and that's caught by Beasley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. And the grab by Kroft. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of running.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Rip right.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On 1st down, Bell, and an alley to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, 36 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for the...